school food policy announced last year. And at a local level, I started a volunteer-run hot lunch program at my kids' school because I feel strongly that food literacy in schools allows kids to connect to their land, their bodies, and their health. And I was so grateful for the woman who approached me earlier to say that it's food that drew her to researching my website, and food is something that connects us all. As I've been campaigning for over 7 months, the one issue that has been unifying is healthcare. So from Hinton to Rocky Mountain House, people are experiencing emergency room closures, and that's not acceptable. The NDP was founded by Tommy Douglas, who said that healthcare is a right, not a privilege. When we have a healthy population, that is how we can have a healthy economy and healthy lives. So the NDP stands very strongly for public health care. I'll tell you a little story about Chris. Chris has been a conservative voter all his life. I met Chris in Hinton a few weeks ago. He has been on dialysis for months, and he's been in and out getting his dialysis, in and out of the healthcare system. So he has watched it being gutted over time. And so a few weeks ago, Chris, with what little energy he has, was out putting NDP signs out on the highway. And an issue that I'm finding with young people is human rights. Human rights abroad and at home. And as I canvass and I have many young people that are part of the team. So I'm so lucky to have the perspective of our youth, our future leaders, and hear how they see the world, how they see the fast-changing world, and the things that are important to them. And the one thing that they continuously say to me is that human rights are so important. So NDP is the only party that is standing up for human rights across the globe at this moment. So through my campaigning and my policy work, I have seen that we need better representation from rural places in Ottawa. And I see that when your vote is taken for granted, so is your representation. So we have an opportunity at this federal election to send a strong voice and a message to Ottawa by being the first federal rural riding in Alberta to go orange. Thanks.
Well, I didn't mean to spook you there, but that's always looking over your shoulder, so we'll just call on Vicki next. Thank you.
It's great to see so many of you guys come out today. I've really enjoyed traveling the province. We've actually had quite a few forums. I think this is our 8th or something like that since the election was called. And the turnout's been great at all of them, so it's great to see so many people that are engaged and want to use their democratic voice to make change. About me, I'm a long-time generational Albertan. Depends on the side of the family you're talking about, but I go back at least 5 generations on one side. I've been traveling this province for the past 5 years, advocating for freedom and independence in this province. I was the leader of the Independence Party for a year. I'm also a volunteer for the Alberta Prosperity Project and been helping them with events. And I've also been advocating for an Alberta pension plan, which is something I think is really important. Now, through all that advocacy, I've literally been through every part of this province, I think. Maybe not down every single road, but I've probably hit every part of this province over the last 5 years. I've put I don't know, a couple 100,000 kilometers on my car in the last 5 years, and enjoyed every moment. The reason I joined the PPC, and especially being the independence-minded person I am, everyone's like, well, if you want Alberta independence, why are you running federally? And why are you running for the PPC? And the reason is because the PPC is the only federal party that's offering a chance for Alberta to actually stay united with the rest of Canada. They want to do the things that I want to do. I want to pull out of the globalist organizations that we as citizens did not vote for. These policies have been influencing our politicians for the last 20 years. And we've ended up with radical ideologies that I know many people in this room don't agree with. And again, we didn't vote for those policies. We voted for, good common sense policies, and we keep getting more taxes and the less ability to prosper. And Alberta has been the kicking dog for many, many years. This goes back a long time. So I'm fighting for Alberta. I'm fighting for the people in this constituency, and I really want to make a difference. The difference between me and the other candidates is we don't have a party whip, and I can actually be a voice. I can actually bring the other side of the story to the House of Commons, to Parliament, and actually bring experts in and be able to talk about things that probably no other party would be able to bring forward. We've had so much destruction to our economy over the last 10 years. And the PPC wants to reduce the immigration so we can get the housing crisis under control. We want to drastically reduce the size of government, get rid of programs that don't make sense. When you're broke and when you're not doing well at home, what do? You tighten your belt and you get rid of the things that you don't need. And it's time for Canada to do the same. We have to tighten our belt, cut out some programs that are not necessary, make federal government do what federal government's supposed to be doing, let the provincial government take care of the things that they're supposed to be doing, and then they can work together cooperatively instead of always being at each other's throats. But we have to respect boundaries and we have to respect jurisdictions, and which is something that has not happened for a really long time in our political history. So I'm here to tell you that I want to be your voice, and tell you that I will work hard. I have been working hard for 5 years. I go to work full time and then I come home every night and I do the things that I need to do to hopefully further a lot of the advocacy things that I work on for Albertans and for my kids, and so that they have a future. Because if we do not create an environment for our kids where they can start a successful business or have a good paying job or be able to buy a house or buy a car, then what are we doing? I feel like my generation and anyone older than me will probably be okay and get through this, but it's my kids and my grandkids that I'm fighting for. So anyway, thank you guys so much for coming up. Please feel free to come and ask me questions, and I look forward to chat with you.
So thank you. Our fifth candidate has arrived, and that is Dale Heath, who's representing the Christian Heritage Party. So I'll call on Dale now. Thank you. My name is Dale Heath. I am from Canmore. I was born in Canmore, and I'm still there. I'll just lift that just a little. Okay, thanks. I worked at the Lafarge Exshaw cement plant for close to 42 years as an electrician instrumentation technician. I retired in 2016. Going back to 1980, I married my wife Valerie from Exshaw in 1980. I am not a politician. I didn't become a candidate because I have political aspirations, because I don't. And I became a candidate because apparently in our federal political system, in order to vote for a party, there has to be a candidate in that party. And I truly believe in the Christian Heritage Party. of Canada. They started around the mid-1980s, and they're very committed people. They love this country. They love, as I do, we love the citizens of this country. We are really not in it for ourselves. We believe in the supremacy of God, Christian values and principles, and we believe that, as I do, and that's one reason I became a candidate, is because we see these being put to the side, ignored, vilified in some cases, and we believe that should stop. Another reason I became a candidate has to do with the fact that I believe everyone should have a party to vote for that actually endorses or also believes in the values that they believe in. And since we are called the Christian Heritage Party, I believe the Christians themselves now have a party in Yellowhead, which we have never had, have a party, political party to vote for that also believes in the values that they do. It may be a tough decision to make for them, because we've gone for so many years without a party, Christian Heritage Party, with a political party that really the number one thing with the party is the supremacy of God and the rule of law and Christian values and principles. Now, having said that, I believe the Christian Heritage Party has a platform that is very good and will actually improve the living standards of Canadians, and it is good for all of Canada. It doesn't favor any one region, any one province. We believe in equality and transparency, honesty. Now, as far as some of our party platform, I guess a hot topic is the climate change situation. Well, the Christian Heritage Party does not believe carbon dioxide has anything to do with climate change. The Christian Heritage Party views carbon dioxide as plant food, and if it gets too low, there will be a problem. And the Christian Heritage Party also doesn't believe that cattle are a huge problem in contributing to climate change. Also, I think in the past, I think there was something going on where farmers were asked to lower their usage of fertilizer, ammonia-based fertilizers, and I think it was about 30% at that time, and the Christian Heritage Party definitely doesn't agree with that as well, because they know farmers don't use any more fertilizer than they actually need, and there is no waste, and less fertilizer would mean less food. Also, the Christian Heritage Party believes that the family farm is very important, and the latest statistic that I was given shows that the small, or not necessarily small, but the family farm, the farmers are above the age of 55, and there's an issue with maybe they can't leave their farm to a family member who will take it over, or a friend, and so the Christian Heritage Party will try to promote helping the farmers to seed their farms, to keep it a small family farm rather than selling out to a big organization, and thereby the bigger organizations take more control over the farming. So my time is up. Thank you very much. I just want to say this is the first time I've spoken to a group of people larger than 2. So thank you.
Well, thank you, everyone. That was a wonderful conversation that we've just heard, And we have now about an hour and a half, and I'm going to invite the candidates to each find a table. I think most of them are set out, and then just invite the community to go around to each of the candidates. No one has an opportunity in 5 minutes or 10 minutes or even half an hour to lay out really what the important issues to each one of us, because there are so many in this country. So the Chamber felt that it would be best to have that one-on-one conversation, bring your interests, your concerns specifically to the candidates, and then have that conversation with them. So again, we've got about 90 minutes to have that conversation, and I'll invite the candidates now to head to the tables, and then invite everyone, help yourself to a coffee, bottle of water, and gather around the candidates. Thank you, everyone.